Who controls the brony crowd? Who keeps talking way too loud? We do. Who messes with what you expect? Who doesn't care what you reject? We do. Who decides if it's yay or nay? Who watches ponies all day? We do. Who argues for hours long? Who came up with this dumb song? You did. You did.
Hey! Hello out there, this is AnYPony and welcome to my top 5 Yay and Neigh episodes of Season 4. For probably the last time for the immediate future, I assembled the random livestream council.
He really believes we won't drag him into another council meeting, doesn't he?
His naivety is really only matched by his density.
Yeah.
But let him keep his illusions. For now. It makes it easier to catch him off guard once we decided what series he has to watch with us next.
And for the fourth time, we spent an entire weekend watching and rating ponies. One thing I noted about this season was that there seems to be a widespread consensus among the journalists of what are the best and worst episodes of this season. At least the same few episodes made an appearance in most top lists I came across. Even my very personal opinion aligned rather well with the rating of the council this time around. Considering the season as a whole, I cannot deny the issue many people took with it, that it was more gimmicky in regards to the setup for single episodes. However, this did not really bother us at all, considering that this season scored second best on average, only beaten by Season 2. I was really tempted to make this a top 10 best episodes only list, because I absolutely love far more than only 5 episodes, and having to pick only so many was really hard. But I made it my mission to offer a balanced approach of all topics, so I stuck to the formula. Just expect quite a few honorable mentions later on. Nevertheless, here we go. Number 5. Neigh! It ain't easy being Breezies. As a key episode, this one was actually rather good. Second best if you ask me. But that one scene implementing the season-spanning story arc aside, the rest of the episode was rather underwhelming. Once I overcame my desperate attempts to comprehend how such a pathetic and useless species as the Breezies ever managed to come into existence in the first place, I mean, come on! A single leaf counts to their natural predators. Those little parasites throw me for yet another loop with their family-abandoning, egocentrical freeloading at Fluttershy's. Yeah, I have heard the giving in to convenience argument before, but considering the deadly dangers their mission includes, I have to assume that those are the toughest, most determined, most heroic Breezies of their entire colony. Now, look at them. But to be honest, overall the episode was more or less a meh. I only started to overthink the Breezies because I was so bored by the rest of it. Number 5. Yay! Twilight's Kingdom. Say, what? Only number 5? Well, don't get me wrong. I love this episode. I can watch it over and over again, and what it does fantastically. Not to mention it redefines what people think when they hear the words My Little Pony. After all, I did not make a big fat collab review with the voice of reason for Twilight's Kingdom for nothing. However, every second shonen anime reaches the same level of epic action-packed badassery on a regular basis. And besides its Dragon Ball-esque quality of entertainment, no category struck an extraordinary rating. Most were really good. But that's it. Number 4. Neigh! Rainbow Falls. Well, this one displeased quite a lot of people. Just ask Keyframe.
Rainbow Falls. Rainbow Falls. This episode is one of the worst because of the fact the writing does not treat the children watching as equals. Rather, they treat them like inferiors, talking down to them and trying to wave fan service keys in front of their and Brony's faces to hide behind entertainment to hide its flaws in narrative and characters. So to put it simply, fuck this episode! Why am I even here? This isn't even my channel!
I don't have so strong feelings towards it though. Yeah, I really wouldn't call it a good episode. The forced and in addition flanderizing inclusion of all the main six was kind of painful to watch. You see, putting them all in there a la Daring Don't is absolutely fine with me. Just don't make them look like they suffered from a stroke or something. I am looking at you, fashion disaster Rarity and force-feeding Applejack. Number 4.
Yay!
Mod Pie. If you don't like this kind of dry humor, this episode is probably lost to you and I can understand your feelings. But I certainly love the humor, the character of Maud, and of course the fascinating contrast-rich relationship between Pinkie and her sister. And while the resolution of the given conflict was kind of questionable, caring for the same person makes you best friends after all. Yeah, no. Everybody who has ever been in a relationship knows that your partner always has at least this one close friend you can't get yourself to like no matter how hard you try. Well, the resolution aside, the conflict in question was a rather interesting and relatable one. Number 3.
Nay!
Twilight time. Okay, I really don't have a lot on this one. I know many people actually like it, and I certainly do have my handful of things I totally enjoy myself, like Twilight's eating habits, and the fact that the CMC actually are finally granted some development in character and skill. Even so, I'm still a bit surprised that Scoos goes into the direction of a mechanic and Applebloom does some mad scientist chemistry now. Are the writers trying to fix their quote-unquote mistake by revealing the CMC special talents too early during the later season 1 by pushing each into a slightly new direction now? I don't know. Overall, a story I don't really care for. Number 3.
Yay!
Rarity takes Manhattan. Rarity truly is a fascinating character. She is the closest we have to a fashion-obsessed, boy-crazy cliché girl show character, and at the same time she challenges this cliché constantly. Those small moments when she bugs a manticore head-on in the face, or when she uses her wits to handle a dodgy situation while her friends deem her in the need of rescue. Truly well played. There is a similar issue with her element of harmony. While she stands for generosity, she's also an ambitious businessman pursuing her dreams of fame and fortune. Sadly, this very intriguing balance act gets rarely explored to its full potential. The closest we got so far was Sweet and the Lead, but that one only scratched the surface and left us with a moral about not forgetting about your friends and roots. In this episode, however, Dave Polsky gives us a full-blown clash between Rarity's generous nature and her own ambitions as a fashionista. And if this does not interest you, there are still some catchy tunes with their stunning reprisal to enjoy. Number 2.
Nay!
Some Pony to Watch Over Me. Oh man, I really would love to like that episode. It is visually one of the bigger spectacles this season. The swamp scene is just wow! And even familiar places like Sweet Apple Anchors are shown from many new angles with a love for detail. In addition, the CMC and especially Applebloom are written greatly. This is the first time Applebloom was featured in the spotlight and I actually enjoyed watching her. But then we got Applejack and the Talking Chimera, who are simply unbearable. And don't forget the twisted and confusing parody of a moral. I mean, what was the moral? Risk your life in order to prove that you are responsible? Being an overprotective helicopter mom / big sister is right until the kid proves you wrong by acting reckless and needing to be safe? Yeah, no. Number 2.
Yay!
Fly to the Finish. Not only shows this episode balls by addressing a really sensible topic more kids programming should actually be willing to talk about, not in a PSA or after school special way mind you, but it also handles the topic of disability and how to go about it very sensible. Scootaloo's fall and her ascent afterwards to that upbeat reprisal of the song that still gives me a bit of goosebumps are emotional without overdoing it and, last but not least, believable. But yeah, I'd like to have seen Diamond Tiara's and Silver Spoon's routine. We didn't get to see what they did back in the Showstoppers, and we have been denied their performance once again. Seriously, am I the only one who would like to see them do anything else but being the bully characters? Number 1.
Nay!
Leap of Faith. Well, yeah. Objectively seen, there are probably worse episodes, and the moral was actually quite good. However, I cannot stand this episode. Not only because of Flims and Flam's devolution as characters I already talked about in length in that video, but also because the rest is so clumsily done. Why is Ponyville suddenly full of half-dead ponies, and why do we get confronted with those nasty up to gory diseases? Bleh! Why is Silvershell wearing the same disguise in the same town twice in a row? Why is Granny trying to kill herself with a deadly version of an already dangerous stunt she failed as a young mare? Why are Flim and Flam escalating the situation until they destroy their own profitable business? Again! But as I said, I already ranted in detail about them in that My Thoughts On video dedicated to them. And I also don't want to spend any more time thinking about that particular episode. Now let's leave this train wreck behind us and focus on good stuff. There are 5 more episodes beside my number 1 entry that deserve at least an honorable mentioning since I don't do a top 10 list. Princess Twilight Sparkle for giving us the introduction of Twilicorn she deserves. Philly Vanilli for finding the music in you, a song to hum for weeks. Inspiration Manifestation for a puppy love free but still likable relationship between Rarity and Spike, as well as the dynamic between Spike and Orlicious. Testing 1 2 3 for the long overdue Twilight episode. For whom the Sweetie Belle toils, for
deepening Sweetie Belle's character, showing a believable Luna and bathing us in dazzling visuals. I love how much Sweetie Belle is allowed to rage and show her dark side here. In earlier seasons she was just, well, sweet and cute and harmless. This shows so much more depth to her character. Also, her relationship with Rarity was much more eye to eye than ever before, allowing old conflicts to come up and finally get resolved. And we had a great Luna here, tipping toe or hoof into her own feelings concerning the past while teaching Sweetie a valuable lesson. Also, isn't she kind of a good Freddy Krueger version? That's super cool. As are the visuals. Just look at these wonderful images, how beautiful they visualize the dream scenes. Yes sir, this episode is a feast for the eyes and one of the best when you like believable written characters.
number 1, Pinkie Pride. Wow, mind's blown! Nobody saw this one coming! Yeah, seriously, what can I do to make the most obvious number 1 spot in the history of internet top list exciting in any way? Especially one I already dedicated an extra long scripted video, an elaborate first impressions video and a full length reaction video to. How about some dancing?
Who controls the brownie crowd? Who keeps talking way too loud? We do. We do. Who messes with what you expect? Who doesn't care what you reject? We do. We do. Who decides if it's yay or nay? Who watches ponies all day? We do. We do. Who argues for hours long?
You did.
You did.